Hi, welcome to my podcast named Media Minds. My name is Candice Mendoza and I am a sophomore taking ACE Media Studies. And today I'll be answering the question, how did your production skills develop throughout this project? CapCut was my selected editing platform because I had the most experience with it. I love to edit and experiment with different clips and sounds that basically helped me form an interest with editing digital videos, which also led me to pick this class. So first, I will talk about how we even started the process. So during class, we brainstormed some ideas that would fit the genre conventions of our chosen genre, which is a found footage horror comedy. We wrote all of our ideas down and we put it in a script, storyboard, and animatic. There were some minor problems we had to start, like where we had originally had the idea of recording when it was dark, but we couldn't stay very late. So we had to improvise and record the light, but also putting a very high contrast, and we used a lower saturation to give an ominous feeling. Using Canva increased my creativity and sufficiently helped me to organize and be well stable while our group was in the middle of our thought process. It helped me structure the correct order of our scenes and dialogues really well. I made minimal mistakes throughout production. The only thing I really struggled with is how to make our film more frightening, which I found a solution for that issue when it came to the final end of our film. I used a lot of glitching and loud beep and long quiet pause to build the tension as the villain finds the camera, and a horrifying sound effect ends the film into leaving the audience with a shock. Feedback really helped me be more creative with ideas. Many were saying that there isn't many comedic moments as this is supposed to be a horror comedy, which my group and I developed a list of creative ways to reciprocate to the audience that our film has various humorous factors. For example, we made my character fart out of fear. This made our film gain a comedic relief. I wasn't as knowledgeable about the use of lighting, but during the process of editing, I spent most of my time experimenting with dark and the light and how it could give the audience a certain feeling. As dark means more mysterious and tension build up, light means more happy and joyous. I focus on dark lighting and the most, and as I played with the settings more and more, I got the hang of it. I taught myself how to use dark lighting to create meaning. With the use of nonlinear editing, I had so much fun arranging the scenes and being the one to have control with the chronological sequence. I already am knowledgeable about editing because, like I said, I had a lot of experience with editing, so I had no specific issue with that sort. Although I did improve with constructing a more engaging narrative. I never had made a film before, so this helps me develop more creative ways to attract a certain audience and how to form ideas of a specific genre. I learned how to add and manipulate sound effects pretty efficiently. I did improve on not just manipulating sound effects, but making it very natural and realistic. Adding sound effects is pretty simple. I just had minor struggles with making it as natural as possible. And for the audio quality, I adjusted it to sound more retro and muffled to get that 2000s vibe, because originally the sound quality was too good, which wouldn't fit the setting of our film. With some simple research on how to make it sound muffled, I became successful and made it sound more older. I learned how to create meaning and mood through lighting. Lighting is very crucial because it translates how you want the audience to feel. The audience already has an understanding of mood based on how dark or light it is. I learned how to construct meaning and mood also with body language and dialogue. I was having a roller coaster of thoughts and ideas with my choices, intentionally and unintentionally. Unintentionally, I focused way too much on the visuals and my ideas just weren't flowing correctly. I added way too much dialogue and made the narrative less engaging. None of what I originally thought or created had any meaning or purpose of each scene, which I feel like is pretty normal. You are learning in the process and teaching yourself in the process when, I fixed all my mistakes and my intentions were more clear and constructed a lot of meaning. Instead of originally writing a long, non-purposeful dialogue, I made it more suspenseful and have an increase in tension through the script writing and low-key lighting. The biggest challenge I faced during production is thinking of the best way to end the film with the audience being shocked and leave them with a mystery. So in our script, we wanted the witch to be seen at the end. So I was going to edit a transparent image of a witch. It turned out looking horrible, and it just didn't look real at all. So good thing one of us at the end came back fast enough to be in the end of the video, and surprisingly, it was perfect. I made the lighting darker to make it look like it wasn't one of us. It was the witch. Just a dark-looking presence. I also added a sound effect to make it scarier. I overcame creative problems by doing a simple case study and observing the other found footage films to piggyback off of some of its ideas but making it into my own. All of my improvement heavily affected the overall quality of our film by a lot. It helped fix my mistakes and helped me be more aware of how to find solutions to challenges. For instance, I realized in the scene where me and my groupmate were in the woods, I wasn't wearing my pink shorts. But for the rest of the film, I was wearing black flared leggings. So I did a quick little voiceover saying, I'm gonna go change real quick. And it was an easy fix. It helped prevent confusion for the wardrobe malfunction. Overall, this project heavily transformed me as a producer because I gained so little but so much information that could help me in the future. I love editing a lot, so majority of the things in CapCut weren't difficult. Although this was my first ever film I have ever recorded and produced, I had so much fun while learning the process. I combined the things I already knew how to do with challenges, like how do I make this have meaning? How will this fit into genre conventions? Questions like that helped me be more aware of how to construct meaning and representation. And that's my full answer to the question. Thank you for listening and hope you come back again.